gotta leave his host.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
I'm so happy you finally got one. I've been
Welcome to the conference center. Please enter your PIN code followed by the pound key.
If you can hear it too.
Yeah.
This is what I've asked
Please
for
hold
the
while I
past 3
confirm
years.
your passcode. Thank you. Your passcode is confirmed. Please wait for the tone. Then say your name and press the pound or hash key.
North Shore LA Cart.
When you hear the tone, you will be the first person to join the meeting. The line will be silent until another person joins.
Oh, duh.
Duh. That's nice.
We got it. You've been requesting it for how long?
3 years.
Yeah. I guess I am doing my job.
Yes, you are.
So,
We're gonna have bombardment tonight?
I don't know. Probably camera just in case.
We're not letting anything get by us.
there's a copy of
I am freezing.
agenda.
Last night I was freezing tonight. Tonight I'm
And if
freezing.
anybody
this
wants
summer.
any, I guess I
I would like it to
Ice
resist
box.
in.
Oh, you're nice and warm.
That's all, we're sticking to the agenda.
Very good.
Ice cube.
Right, Rose? We're
Old
sticking
hot
to the
flash over there.
How flash?
She,
Is our check being mailed to us or do I have to pick it up?
It's being mailed to the
Okay.
address on file.
Okay.
Which is nice of it's my address.
Okay, that's where it's going, and I actually looked at it today and it's already been processed, so it's
Just
coming.
wondering.
the check's in the mail.
The check is in the mail.
Here, I'll respect you in the morning.
What is new business? Are you guys rescinding that motion to suspend people's voting rights? Why?
Paul feels, well, it's a good idea, and this is not the time to really do it because of the short period of time between
Yeah.
what's going on and what people, you know, we don't want people to feel that they are, due to all the issues that are, and the matters, and I shouldn't use the word issue, matters at hand, it is best not to do it at this time. Maybe the next election.
Can you just give me a copy of this one? I don't know. Take it to one each board.
You know what I'd like to see, Catherine, is that we find out how much money it would be to have people call in. This is another way we could get people to participate in the.
Well, this is the number, I mean, but
Yeah, they
I don't know
have-
how many people.
Yeah, you have to find out how many people
Okay.
and how much it's gonna cost.
Okay, let me start writing.
Why couldn't we Skype a meeting?
State statute says telephone conferencing, says nothing about Skyping.
Oh, really?
No other electronic means.
Hold this, we fix this before that collapses on them. Her leg is about ready
Oh,
to
yeah,
go
sure.
out.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, very good. You just saved your place.
Conference call attendees.
You can put it with the other ones, woman.
Look, it don't give me too much to do here, lady. I work for her.
I guess she just put you in difference.
I wanna know how the hell she get home.
Oh, you're walking. What else we have?
You could let your poor mother walk.
No, I could get that one.
It was nice to hear people still want the shade out there. I've been asking for that since 2008.
You know, that's like $52,000.
I was gonna say, when the proposals were first being done for that playground, I was on the thing, and you couldn't realistically do it. The shade that they wanted to do was gonna be a material one, and you couldn't go up high enough.
But you can't.
No, it was more money. It went up like $20,000 to go up to the height that we needed it to go up at, to where the kids couldn't grab it and get on it.
Well, I got 2 more proposals coming for that. I got one, and it was $54,000.
I'll get you another.
Good.
Because
You know, you're on the ARB, you're supposed to be here tomorrow for an ARB meeting.
Alright, we're done.
6:30,
Alright, I'll be running in from work.
Okay, so you have.
that's Thursday, right?
You just had one last Thursday.
Sweet.
Was it 2 weeks already?
I got my minutes.
How many,
7.
All right, good. Email them to me so I can look at it before meeting, please.
Yep.
Makes it much more effective, Mr. Liaison.
We were asked about who read we all read the second notice.
We
It's
missed you.
in the meeting minutes.
Yep. Hello, sir, how are you?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's do something.
You should have been here last night.
Oh my.
Is that last night's result?
Yeah, I was gonna kick somebody's ass. I wanted to, but.
Alrighty.
So I asked
No,
her.
it's me not being able to
But
walk.
I didn't bring a sign, this is not a meeting.
Well,
It's not me.
Okay, got everything that we need. Okay, one.
What is this?
Just, nothing. You already have it. Okay. I know it's cold, but, we have to add this to,
Okay, so this is the insurance new business?
yes,
So we wanna put it on D,
yes,
and this is
Um,
a renewal for the D&O insurance?
right. Due to the short time, it expires on the 19th. We can't put it in the minutes.
yeah. 72306, paren 9, paren A.
What?
Election of directors must be conducted in accordance with procedures. Was that the interruption that you were getting from Lynn Sanford? The 72306, paren 9, paren
I don't know what she was talking about.
And either, and this
A.
one.
No, it was 617 actually.
Oh,
Oh, you know what, I did because I didn't know you were gonna come in at your feet.
617 is,
Just your job, Mr.
all right.
Put your sign in place.
This is what, for this.
Would you like a copy of the agenda?
Oh, I'm gonna take this, but this is what you said about this.
Looks like we're done here before.
Fine. On the minute, on the minutes.
Oh,
You're welcome.
well,
Rose, you gotta come over and try some of my cookies. I made
Your
no carb, I made no carb pizza, and I made no carb steak mac and cheese.
I want to know something, so
But I had to play this out for you.
Did you make the old cheese with eggs?
I made it, no, there's no eggs in it. It has cream cheese,
Cream cheese?
extra sharp cheddar cheese, a little bit of dry mustard,
turmeric.
turmeric, and cauliflower.
Oh,
Oh, I like cauliflower. And I did the same thing with the pizza. The pizza, the dough itself is cream cheese and eggs cooked together. And then you take a pan and you grease it real good, and you lay 2 cups of shredded mozzarella, then put your egg mixture on top, bake it, comes out, put everything, like whatever you want on it for your pizza, bake it again.
Sounds good.
I was shocked.
No.
Brooks,
we don't need that, do we?
Oh, yeah.
Or two?
Brooks, may I have a moment of your time?
Yes, of course.
I want to see everybody.
I gotta go.
Okay. Anyone would like water?
Wherever you want.
Betty. You already tried it.
Huh?
You already tried it.
Well, I didn't, oh, yeah, I saw the email, but I was
Yes.
already leaving my office.
I actually was able to,
One video.
I went out there, and they're the only ones that were able to come today and able to provide this. He agrees that with this amount, you'll be able to do it exactly, instead of spending so much, instead of spending the $30,000. We said that maybe we can, later on, budget it, but this is perfect, and we still got the seal coat. Exactly, so that's what we, good work. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Do you know getting one of these stickers for the car, so that I can park the rest of
This is like the new.
Sure, the new stickers? There's a sticker I need. Let me see,
This, I'm giving you the option. Absolutely not. This is in your hands. This is in your hands. I do not.
some
want
water
you
up
to-
here is,
It's not acceptable for the hands on the resident.
I was in a meeting, I was a resident outside the door. So I was not, yeah, guys, I'm not a board member, just like on Facebook.
You put the hands on.
I touched you, yes, I did, and now I admit it, that you had that camera in my face.
let me see if I can get it.
And you were very forceful. Yes, and you were nasty, and you were nasty. You know, Chuck, I'm not gonna argue with you, I will
So
not
you want
resign.
me,
Take me to court.
it's not me taking you to court, it's criminal charges, you understand that, correct?
I sure, yeah, I
I do
understand.
not want to do this, I really don't, please do not force me to press criminal charges against you. Is that really what you want to happen? Please do not make me do that, because that's, I mean, there's no going back from that, and I really, really don't want to do that. And there's witnesses there, there's a camera, there's video, there's audio. You came at me, there's video of it, of you slapping at me.
I didn't slap at you, I pushed your camera away. You're getting very dramatic, Chuck.
Listen.
Let me contact my attorney and then I'll let you know.
There's no, if you do not resign, and you do not make a public apology, okay, and you don't make it minutes in the board, it's gonna happen. And I do not want to do that, so please don't make me. Like, you don't understand how much I don't wanna do this, it like really affects me.
Then why
But
are you
it's
doing
not
it?
acceptable.
Then why are you doing that,
It's
Chuck?
not acceptable for a board member to put hands on a resident. You can't get upset like that and touch somebody. And
Did you ever see how close John gets to Maria when he was after her?
I've never seen John go after Maria, I've seen Maria go after him, and here's
Oh,
the
no,
thing.
no.
Here's the thing.
No, no, no.
Oh, he
I
went
haven't
after
seen it.
Maria.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, okay?
Well,
And the thing is, I don't know if he's put hands on her or not, I hope he has. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. What Jean's wife did to me back in the day when she called me stupid, put her finger in my face.
I didn't touch
This,
it.
you're right, and I didn't press charges because you didn't do anything, you didn't do something against the law. What Rose did last night, in my opinion, in my lawyer's opinion, is battery. And I do not want to press charges, but you're gonna force my hand. And I don't know if you can hear the passion in my voice, because I really don't want to do this. So, it's up to you.
It was on camera. I touched his hand because he had the camera in my face.
If anybody wants to see the video, I'm happy to show it. You can see her charging me with her husband, calling me cancer, all these
Oh,
other
he
nasty
didn't,
things.
oh,
That's not what he said to you.
That's
Were you
not
there?
what he
Yeah, I
said
heard
to
what he
you.
said.
That's-
He said to remember that that one called you a cancer.
That's
Yeah,
what he said.
he
I
did.
got it on video, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
what
you know
Kevin
what,
said.
Chuck? You know how to edit video very well.
Yeah, go with that, because that'll hold up.
Just like the question that she asked, I thought was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Why was it inappropriate?
Because you stopped after her, rather than continuing going, you had it in for her
Yeah,
for some
for her.
reason or other.
The agenda.
Yeah, starts at 5:30. Now, that's the cat, it's 5:30.
Wow.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, right there.
All right. Fine. So again, you may or may not have called me cancer, but.
Okay, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. What time is it?
5:37. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is one, are you here?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Thank you. All right, calling the roll. There's all 4 board meetings in attendance and 1 is on conference call. everybody had the opportunity to read the May 27th board meeting minutes?
Yes. And
No,
Did you get your board packet? One?
But I don't know.
Oh, you emailed?
yeah, I haven't had a chance to review it. I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh, okay.
page 2, committee reports ARB. No E on Joanne. The only thing that I found.
On the last page, I found John Baker made a motion which was debated to pass that any proxies for board elections. That's all I have. Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the minutes of May 27th with the corrections.
Second.
John Baker second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, he was in there.
Okay, I'm going to go back to certification of meetings, I missed that. Catherine?
Yes, it was posted accordingly at the outside Sparrow Landing and
So we have certified meeting. Going to old business, dock repairs.
I actually was able to reach out to various new vendors, Gerard Environmental. He came out yesterday and we were able to repair the detached slats of woods that are missing due to a wind, and clean the entire deck, pressure wash and seal coat for $29.97. No other repairs are needed in order to open up back the dock.
Are you looking for
Approval to go ahead and give them the work. They are fully insured, they have workman's comp as well, so they are a valid vendor.
Board, do you have any questions?
Move to approve the quote from Gerard Environmental to repair the dock for $2,997 from reserves.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? No
Yes, I have one. Now, is this just repairing the entire dock, or is this a separate issue that we had, that we're doing?
He
Yeah,
feels,
first issue.
right, but he feels by doing so, this matter, we don't have to spend the $30,000. He went out there with a specialist and he recommends that by doing exactly how it's on the authorized work order, this will be safe for residents to use.
Okay. And, again, is this a permanent fix, or how much life do you think we're gonna get out of the fix versus repairing the whole dock?
I can get back to the board. He stated that for 1 year, for next year, maybe we could do an extensive additional work, but for right now, per code and safety hazard, we can just do this work for this year. So I'll budget accordingly next year.
Do you know what the current schedule is for the dock? When are we scheduled to actually repair the whole thing based on reserves?
I will have to check that. I know it's, for 2015, if I'm not mistaken, we only have a few, dollars in the duck, like $230, so that's not, you know, sufficient to repair as needed. So I am going to meet actually with our reserve specialist, and I'm giving her a list of items that we need to perhaps budget in, 2015 versus 2016, that is an immediate, repair that we need, which will be perhaps this too, and the renovations that we wanna do. That we're not budgeted for this year. Perhaps we may have to wait for renovations. Does that answer your question, sir?
It did, I just, again, just trying to see if we're just putting a Band-Aid or if we offer a good fix versus when we have to replace it.
Well, realistically, Juan, I think this is a bit of a Band-Aid, but it then gives us the opportunity to plan for the expense as opposed to operating in crisis mode.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, moving on, petty cash requisition.
We actually had, that approved for petty cash to be reimbursed to the regions, but we visited regions and they stated that we needed to have a minimum of 2,500 in the account. So therefore, it's recommended, instead of having a petty cash laying around for $2,500, $300 just for an emergency purchase that we may need here for the parties and plates, that will be sufficient for right now versus $900 and having a debit card. Is that correct? I think that's correct. So requesting approval to request a check for $300 in order to have petty cash for on-hand emergency purposes. Obviously, receipts will be attached to every expense. May I have
Any
your
more
approval?
discussion?
So what's in the regions account? What balance are we currently carrying in the regions account for use for small expenses?
It was closed due to the fact that there was not sufficient amount. They had changed the rules. Instead of having a minimum of $500, they're now requesting $2,500. So we're coming back to the board. Not only are you gonna have $2,500, but you're gonna have an additional for other expense, because the minimum has to be $2,500.
Question becomes, is that a viable alternative, or do we change banks?
I mean, because a few weeks ago, we talked about giving you a higher limit so you could handle stuff on a monthly basis and not have to, say Mother May I every day. So if you got 300 in cash for emergencies, I understand that, but it still seems like you need to have a debit card linked to a very limited account. So is the account still open and we just need to keep $2,500 in it? Or do we need to investigate which of the other local banks has a favorable term to have petty cash available for that $500-600 debit card purchase, so that you're not scrambling for check requests for some.
I suggest going to the other banks that we have, because Region is requesting $2,500 plus. So
You have to keep balance.
we have to keep a balance. So I will be looking into, this week, reaching out to our other banks to see if we can actually maybe provide, they can provide us with that solution of a petty cash.
Well, without having, I don't have all my stuff here, because we've got all the different reserves scattered in multiple banks. Is one of them one of the big name banks that's nearby? Off the top of my head, I don't recall. I don't think so.
I have a copy here.
I believe so. I guess the other question that I would have, I'm wondering whether in fact we may not be better off, and I don't know whether they'll do it or not, providing a credit card for $1,000 line and make it restricted, and then get the bill and pay the bill through normal payable.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
that
we just gotta do something that
Yeah,
streamlines
yeah.
this, so you're not having to, you know, do
Yeah, the
requisitions
300
up
bucks
all the
not gonna
time.
be enough, so.
well, and then that one would not be, you couldn't do cash advances on that.
Correct.
But,
Yeah, research one of those options so we
Okay.
can
you
get
know,
this.
shop the banks too, because if they want $2,500, forget it.
I mean, well, but if $2,500 in an account, and they're not gonna feed you to death, they just want 2,500 in it in order to be able to do those petty cash withdrawals, and that's not that big a deal.
Well,
You know, but if they want 2,500 and they're gonna hit you for $20 a month of fee, in corporate fees, then I'd have an issue with all the various CDs and reserves we've got with so many banks. Somebody's gotta be willing to set up a restricted
yeah,
access
yeah.
account.
Okay. I'll go in and research it.
Okay, thank you.
Well, what banks are we using to keep all of our reserve funds? Did we look at all?
We have Stonegate, we have, Bank United
Right.
for operating funds, I believe it's Bank United for
Yeah.
operating
Yeah.
funds along with Stonegate.
there's, where are they at?
I think we have two operating and we have quite a few for the reserve.
Well, the one operating we brought to zero because of, yeah. They're downtown.
I'll research and get back to the board. Absolutely. Okay.
All right, going to new business, suspension of voting rights to rescind. Halloween sent the entire board an email stating, why we should probably not, stop anybody from, doing any voting, no suspensions for voting. Did the board have time?
I guess what,
Any discussions regarding Paul Dean's email?
I guess the one thing that I'm looking at, you know, because the limited proxy, you have to give your name up, rather than having a secret ballot. My thought process is
No, it's not,
I don't-
it has to do with, rescinding
rescinding the
the
other.
voting rights,
Oh, I'm sorry.
the voting rights.
Never mind.
That we made on May 27th.
Yes.
Do we have any discussion regarding that? No
I mean,
discussion?
I think, well, no, I'm fine. I mean, I agree with this point not to raise the issue right now. I think ultimately though, it's to the best interest of the community that we rescind their rights if they're not paying their dues, but, I know, he has a valid reason not to do it now.
Okay, do I hear a motion to rescind the, voting rights, to rescind the
Rescind the motion.
suspension of voting rights that was, done on May 27th?
So,
Do I hear a second?
I have a question.
I'll second.
No
Okay.
second, okay,
No, I second. One second.
right,
Yeah, I have a question.
yes, go ahead.
The meeting minutes don't list any motion, they just say suspension of rights management, sending out letters.
It's required to make a motion, so if that's the case, there was no motion, then it's a moot point.
yep.
Okay. Give me a second.
I didn't record it, so I couldn't tell you, I don't recall. Does anybody recall if there was a motion or if it was just a discussion?
I believe you had stated that in the past there was minutes, that the manager.
There was always a motion made by the board to proceed with suspension of any rights to the amenities or voting.
Right, but the last time, was done was back, you know, so that's why we wanted to see if we wanted to send due to we received a new delinquency report, so that's how this came up. And send the letter out.
Yes, Paul recommended we have to send the letter out.
To hold
But
it
if
till
there's no
after.
motion, if there's no
If
motion,
there's
no
so
motion,
it's a moot point, we
it
don't,
becomes moot.
Got it.
you can't rescind something that wasn't motion.
All the documents are gone.
So it's immune.
So do we have any discussion to, we're not gonna even bother to touch
Okay.
this at all, correct?
So no letters have been sent?
No, no letters have been sent.
We're good.
Something came in to Kathy, this came in this afternoon,
This morning,
this morning. And two things came in to Catherine this morning, and one this morning, and one just came in.
if you have a new, that's the old, the proxy discussion.
Oh, this is the one I picked up the other day from, with my board packet.
Do you have this one?
Last week I picked this up. Which one do you have?
I believe, Taz, you have 3 things, yes.
Oh, no, they don't. None of them do. It's all, you don't have that one.
Okay, I don't know which one I believe I posted, let me see what I posted, do you want to have it?
Yeah.
No, the proxy. John, do you have a proxy? Do you have a?
D,
The one attached to the email? Or, no, this is.
I think I emailed it, but, and I posted this one.
Okay. We're running off a different proxy, a different agenda that was posted. Okay. Well, we'll get back to this one, but they already have to, was this one posted or was this one posted?
Let me go up there in a second. The one with the proxy was posted.
So we have.
I sent it via email. I'm sorry, we printed, so. This is the draft. All right. Can you have copies?
Would you like a copy?
Please.
Well, one.
All of them here. Here
Please
you go.
sign in because you haven't signed it.
Is there any more?
No, everybody signed it, except you.
Any, any?
Okay.
All right, so the difference on our agenda is we have 6D. New business is D and it's proxy. Now getting back to, Catherine received an email this morning, and we're going to need to make a motion to add to the agenda, a member of the association who would like to get on to the impartial committee for the voting night. And that would probably, that's old business.
Yeah, he came back after.
He came back after?
After just today.
Okay. Now, we're under old business, if we can jump back up to that. It was James Benetti. And the second is we received a D&O insurance policy for renewal that will be expiring June 19th. That needs to be approved. So that would go under your new business, E. Do I hear a motion to approve to add these 2 items to the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Rebecca, John Baker, and Jean, okay. Any further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
thank you. Old business, we're gonna jump back up. Do I hear,
Oh,
a motion to add James Benetti to the impartial committee for the election and counting of the ballots?
Does anybody know the person? Do we have any?
I'll make the motion.
oh,
Thank you.
He is up to date with his HOA, well, I looked before.
Well, it wouldn't matter at this point.
Right.
Do I I hear a second?
I'll second.
Do we have any further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Aye.
Thank you. I figured you said aye, being that you made the motion.
You're right, yeah. So I had to, I'm a little slow there.
That's okay, I understand. Tucked in. All right, going back to new business, and we're going to do D on the proxy. Did everybody have the opportunity to read, Pauline's statement in regards to, is it Jeanette Benita or Renetta?
Jane.
No, it was, I believe it was either Jennifer or Jeanette Renetta, who wrote you in regards to changing the time of the voting. And it was Paul's recommendation to change the proxy to make it easier for people to be able to go to a limited proxy so people could do their voting by limited proxy if they can't make the meeting.
So you'll accept two proxies, a regular proxy and a limited proxy, or you're only accepting limited proxies?
There will be a general and a limited that will be accepted, but they can only do one or the other.
Right. But either form is okay.
Yes, if it passes the board. Do you have any discussion on this, gentlemen? Board members? Ladies?
How many people get it?
That's a discussion the board's gonna have to make it.
Because you don't have time before the election.
You can't mail it out. You know, you can't mail it out. You can do an email, you can do a massive communication. I think myself personally, you know, I'd like to have everybody be able to vote if this is one way that they can vote, but I do see that there is a problem with the mailing because you've got people who are out of state. How are they gonna get it if we don't have their email addresses, they don't get the mass communication, they don't have the same opportunity as other people do? I'm kind of, I mean, but there's nothing that says that we can't do this. For those who,
All right, so realistically, the main package was mailed to every known address. So someone
As
out of
was.
state has at this point the ability to send their proxy
correct,
to a person or for the corporate secretary to vote per board policy.
correct.
This limited proxy would just be another mechanism by which people who either find out via mass email, word of mouth, and other PR, it's another alternative for them to get up here and vote other than the 12 to 6 window.
Yeah, according to the message that he said that they could come up here and do their voting during the hours that we have, which we do have night hours now, and we also have Saturday hours. So they could come up during those times and be able to do their proxy at that time.
I'll make a motion to approve use of the limited proxy and direct the association manager to send a mass email, a minimum of 2 times to the community, informing them that this voting option is available.
I'll second. And I think that if we could get this converted to a file that could be sent right along with a mass email, like a PDF file, that would help them.
What about a download on the website?
You can post the PDFs on the website as well, no problem.
Okay. Awesome website.
Any further discussion?
I would suggest more than one mass communication. Okay,
John said at least 2.
I would say around it. We want everybody to participate in it, so send 2, 3, 4, whenever she gets signed,
Until they get
once a day, I would say.
repeated
Yeah.
until the day of the, sure we can set
people are gonna start ignoring.
Yeah, you don't wanna do it.
No,
daily.
they won't, this
Yes,
time they won't.
Trust me, I'm internet marketer. You email everybody.
But
every
you
day.
think that way, people think other way.
I mean,
When I get the
based
same
on
email daily, I don't even read them anymore. And
It's
that's
not-
the
it's not mine.
danger you're gonna have, is people will, after the third or fourth day, the message may change, but they're not gonna care, they're just gonna be deleting because they use the same one.
Well,
So
and
you
I
gotta be a little judicious
I
in
just,
how often.
What is it?
the only reason I ask every day, because I'm not going to our site or read emails every day. If I miss it, I miss it. So I don't want anybody to miss it. You want at least 10 people of our community, they get it on time, or at least at the last moment, they would know what to do.
Would you settle me twice a week rather than every day?
Whatever you, that's fine. This was my suggestion.
Suggestion? Anybody else have any other suggestions? Okay, board, discuss how many times would you like this to be put out to the board, to the members? We need
We have
discussion
3
on
weeks?
that?
Yeah,
3 weeks,
that
twice a week.
that's fair.
Yeah,
2
yeah,
weeks,
Yeah,
actually,
it
yes.
says-
Yeah.
4
It
days.
says the
Days.
11th, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, working days.
Uh-huh.
Are you all in agreement with 2 days? Does that sound reasonable? 2 or 3 days? 2 days? 1?
3 days for the next, per week, right? So total 4 emails minimum, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
4, yeah, correct.
2 per week,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so 4. Okay.
So let the record show that the board approved to have emails go out 4 times in the next 14 days. I think it's 14. So June 23rd,
No?
12 days.
John and Jane.
All in, no further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Going to D. Actually, it's gonna be E.
E, yeah.
Renewal of D&O insurance, nothing has changed. Kathy told me that the price is still the same, nothing has changed, it stays as is.
There was an offer to increase the liability from 5 million to 10 million. It's on the quote.
A slight increase in premium, but,
I just got it,
but,
so.
you know, valuations being what they are, it's still a very reasonable quote.
It's all over time. There, we can eat this, the 21st. Let me get it.
Yeah, the,
Requirement is 3. They're moving to 5.
oh, for the liability. $5 million?
And there's nothing else has changed, correct? That's what he said.
That's what he highlighted.
I'll make a motion to approve the insurance quote in the amount of $22,137.87, which includes the $10 million general liability umbrella.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
I'll second.
Hitesh seconded.
Beat
Thank you,
Bill.
though. Any further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Here, we got your
You
It's
should have
battery.
your freeze hammer in your face.
It's battery. So with that being said, Mr. Mullen has asked me to resign from the board here. Am I correct? You've asked me to resign, is that correct?
What I'm asking for is for you to resign, publicly apologize, and for it to be said in the record why you're resigning.
I can also mention that you're gonna charge, if I don't resign,
Okay. You said that.
make sure you get this for word, last evening, Chuck, I touched your hand and pushed the camera out of my face. I publicly, openly apologize for touching you. Now, I will resign from this board as of the moment, but I will not withdraw from the board. Do not ask me to withdraw.
I don't even think you should resign.
Notice they're trying to get all men up there. They don't want any women to make any judgments.
Listen,
See, we're after Maria. You got Maria, yes?
I will be happy to show you the video of what happened last night.
When you took her right in front of the video after you put it up so you could record her actions.
I said, please, wherever you want to speak.
Well,
I said,
and it was right there.
it was, because I wanted to bring it back.
It doesn't
Talk
bother me that
quietly.
it's there.
Well, I just think that's low,
It is.
but you know.
I'd be
But this
happy
is
to show you.
politics. This is politics. This is
I've
how
heard
people
things
play
last night
games.
too that I probably shouldn't have heard.
Did you hear when Rose's husband said that he would hit you with his car?
He did not
Did
say
he
he was
hit
gonna
you?
hit you.
He didn't. He
He
did say
did
that.
not say he would hit you.
He said something to the effect of,
He did
please
not
go
say
stand
he
behind
would
my car
hit
so I
you.
can
Do
run you
not
over.
put it right. He did not, no, he did not say run you over.
Something to that effect, hit
He
you or
did
run you
not
over.
say that.
You know, the thing is, you were attacking another board member, in my opinion, and I
I
started
was
to
not
record that.
attacking a board member. I was asking that board member a question, and I was not in a board meeting. I was discussing something in which I had a right for an answer if he so chose to give it to me. There is absolutely no reason why you, as a homeowner, being nosy, to try to figure out how you can get me.
It's not about getting you.
Yeah,
It's
it
about,
is. It
it's
is.
about the way you
What
behave.
person?
What was the
person-
comment that was made in the hallway yesterday? Lynn Sanford went up and pointed to like 4 people and said, we've got to meet outside to get rid of Rose.
That is not true. That is completely.
4 people heard you say it.
4 people heard me say, will you please stick around?
I wanna have a meeting.
No, I never used the word meeting.
Yes, you did. We have to have a meeting.
No, ma'am.
Did you use that you wanted to get rid of Rose?
No, ma'am.
Well, that's what they heard.
No, ma'am. I wanted witnesses because Rose threatened me at the end of
I
the
didn't
meeting.
threaten you.
Mike, I beg your pardon.
I did not
You came up
threaten you.
behind me and you said, your day is coming, girl.
I did not.
You most certainly did.
I did not. I
Okay.
was just.
Well,
No, I
interesting,
did
because
not.
two.
Why did you ask me a
Excuse me,
question?
ma'am, are you a homeowner here? No.
Yes, she is.
Oh, really?
She's on my deed.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I'd be happy to show any of the board
Bottom
members
line
what happened.
is, two candidates came up to me and heard her. And they said to me, what was that about? And I said, I don't know, but I guess my
I
day
walked
is
up to
coming."
those 2 candidates and I said, you know, right after you said that, I have 2, and I walked up to them and I said, what did you hear? Oh, I don't know.
Well, that's not what they told me. 'Cause they
Well,
came
you
and asked me,
know,
well,
he
that's because you
said,
were
she
having a meeting.
said, you know.
Bottom line
He
is,
said,
Rose,
she
you
said.
know you said it.
I did not.
You most certainly did.
I did not.
Whatever.
I got
You know, the funny thing is, there's a
Gotcha.
camera, so it's gonna show you coming up and whispering in her
No,
ear.
I was putting my chair away. She was turning right around from it.
I most certainly was not. I was walking to the
Convenient.
wall to put a chair away.
And I was putting
You
the
know,
chair
it
away.
doesn't really matter.
I was putting the chair away.
So you resigned, correct?
I will resign from the board, but I'm not resigning.
But
I
you're
was
resigning,
ignoring.
correct? I really don't wanna have to do that, so you
Well,
resign.
Chuck, yeah, you do.
I absolutely don't. If
Yeah,
I
you
wanted
can
to, I
put
would
this
have already
on
done it.
camera, and I'm sure.
If I wanted to, I would have already done
Chuck,
it,
I
right?
am not gonna sit here any longer and argue with your way of doing politics.
My way of doing politics.
You
Please.
are a
I've acted like a
person
gentleman when you guys
is
kicked me off the
nothing-
board because of your politics.
Yeah, and then you're in cahoots with him now.
Who's in cahoots with him?
Oh, give me a break.
Oh,
You
my
guys have
word.
these like
Well, with that
grand
being said,
Conspiracy theories.
with that being said, this is now homeowners' comments. You got some comments?
I do. So wait, you resigned, correct?
I haven't written it, Chuck.
Okay, so you're not resigning.
I
Because
haven't written it yet. When I write it, I will hand it in. You have.
So you're not resigning?
I will resign as of tonight, it's the last board meeting.
No, I'm asking you to resign at this board meeting.
I can't, I haven't
Sure you
done it
can.
yet.
You can get a piece of paper and resign.
What is your comment?
My comment is, would any of the board members care to see the video of what she did to me and what she did to John? Is that a no? Because this is what your board is doing, right? And I think part of the problem that people keep saying is the bullying, the yelling, the things
Yes,
like this
that's
at meetings,
continual.
right? And I've seen it time and time again, that after meetings go, there's all this screaming between board members and at residents. At the meetings and after the meetings. And it just so happened that I see her yelling at him.
I wasn't yelling at him.
I have on video.
I wasn't yelling. My voice may have gotten high, Chuck,
You were
but I
yelling.
wasn't yelling. I was upset for what he has done. And I wanted to know why it was going on.
What did he do?
It's none of your
Okay,
business.
so anyways, you were yelling at him, in my opinion, and I said, oh, I miss it so many times with not having a video camera, let me go get my video
So
camera
many
and
times.
record it. And I walked up and made it apparent to you that I was recording, and listened to you say how you were going to pull your name from the election, which
I didn't say I was pulling my name from the election.
I've got it on video once again.
I didn't say I was pulling my name from the election.
Okay?
I said I was going to resign.
No, that's not what you said.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I mean, you can argue what you want, I've got it on video, okay?
It's fine. Many people can do many things with video. You just got through saying you're great with the internet.
Yes, I am great with the internet. Okay.
I'm not gonna argue anymore.
I'm not asking you to argue, right? This is my chance to
The-
speak.
the board-
You're speaking when I'm
board-
supposed to be speaking.
The board
You're
has.
not supposed to be
Do you have
speaking.
any more things that you, don't tell me I'm not supposed to be speaking.
You're not, though, because this is
I'm
residents'
asking you, do
comments.
you have any more?
I'm trying to talk and you keep interrupting me.
Do you have any more to say?
So
Sure.
none of the board members care to see a video of a fellow board member attacking a resident. Am I- Okay, so everybody's being quiet.
I would.
You were there, so
I
you
don't need to
witnessed
see it. I'm appalled at what's transpiring right now because
John,
there
I
were
just wanna
witnesses.
say that this is threatening legal action. I don't think it's fair for us to get.
You're right, that's fine.
Take that course, that's fine. Again, I don't think it's fair to try to get up.
Okay, I appreciate that you responded. Thank you. I'm finished.
Last night, several members in attendance interjected and interrupted, and it was acceptable, except when I did it. When Mr. Meester, standing in the back of the room, would scream for me to shut up. One of the questions that was in fact directed at Russ was the conflict of interest. When it first came up, I did look up the law. I have it here. I would like the opportunity to clarify what the situation is. Under the law, you correctly advised the board that you were employed by the management company.
No, I wasn't employed then. At that time, I was not employed. It was
What?
prior to my employment.
No. When you disclosed that you were employed,
I was not employed then. I disclosed it May 28th. I didn't get employed until June 3rd.
okay, well,
I
bottom
was
line
not
is,
employed.
there was, okay. But you are now employed by the management company, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so whenever you made the disclosure to the board, I'm fine with that. I don't have any issue with that. I don't have any issue with the board not having a problem with it. However, under Florida statute 720-3033 subsection 2, it says that even with your disclosure to the board, you were obligated to disclose to the membership. And if any member has a right to make an objection, to make a motion to object to your employment and being on the board, and it goes to a vote of the membership, and a majority of the membership vote decides whether you can stay employed and stay on the board, or whether you have to resign the board seat. That's what you did not do. The membership has never been given a formal disclosure or a meeting at which a motion might be made in order to put a vote to the membership as to whether they considered it a conflict of interest or not. That was the only point I was I am not attacking you with it, I'm simply stating there has been a lot of miscommunication about what was right, what was wrong, what was the law. It's right here. It's in the Florida statutes.
That is your interpretation, I'll have to have the attorney interpret it, because I talked to
Well,
attorneys about it.
this is an attorney, so.
I
And it's
also
an
spoke,
association attorney.
I spoke to an association attorney. I am sure that First Service Residential would have not hired me with me being on the board, because they have their own legal department.
I'm not sure of that at all.
Well, that's your opinion,
Mhm.
and I greatly appreciate that. I'll have to look that up, and we'll see where we can go. There's nowhere
Hopefully,
to
it
go.
won't matter after the election. So-
Point is moot right now, anyway.
It's not, because she hasn't formally submitted her resignation as she has said, correct? So is the point mute or not?
The point is not moved because it's not appointed to whether she should now do it or not. It's appointed to, it should have been done, and correct procedure
That is
should
your
have been
opinion.
followed at the time.
That is your opinion. You have a right to your opinion, and there are other attorneys out there that may have a different opinion. We've seen that throughout the courts. And I did talk to an attorney. I also talked to my personal attorney.
However, it seems to me that everyone else in this community has had the opportunity to voice their opinion without hostility, and I am not.
Why aren't you?
That has been
Why
a
aren't you?
history, because every time I have come, there have been board members and board member families who have erroneously quoted me, attacked me, or screamed to shut me up, to interrupt me. You don't see that happen with other members of this community. For that reason, there are board members who are technically not capable of fairly representing every homeowner in this community. Thank you.
That's very good. And that's your side. And I understand that. Very well said. Thank you. Anything else? Any other board member have anything to say?
The one thing I'm gonna say is I'm embarrassed for the older couple who were in their car, who had their windows down and had to witness that event last night. And I would hope at some point you run into those folks as well and offer them a sincere apology as you did to Chuck. Because I was embarrassed for that old woman. She was appalled.
You know it? You know it, John?
It was the older couple that was right
I
dead
don't
in the
know
middle
that.
of the meeting that asked several very, very good questions last night. Do I know them personally? No. But I was more embarrassed for them than anything.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything else? Everybody said?
I would appreciate a copy of the resignation letter once it's done, so that I know it's been done. Thank you.
The whole board will have an issue with it. The whole board plus Catherine.
How did you get it?
Catherine's gonna send it in. She's after. He's threatening to,
I've heard.
do a legal, whatever.
If you didn't do anything wrong, you have nothing to be afraid of.
I have nothing to be afraid of, Chuck.
Fact.
I know, and I'm not gonna get into it. Meeting adjourned.
How do you hang it up?
I don't know.
Just that, have
Oh,
a
I
speaker.
know.
We'll run over here and just
Chuck, don't forget to ask for your sticker.
Yes, no, we're good. You got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Catherine?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
there a specific location the sticker has to be located?
Usually I see it in the passenger side, on the left-hand side, so when we do a walkthrough, we'll see it right
In the
on
windshield?
on your side, on the windshield.
On the driver's side, on
On
the
the,
windshield?
yes, correct, on the inside.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now we're going to come back to our regular.
No, I'll give it to you, just give me 1 second.